In this episode, we're camping in this abandoned World War I shooting range. This spot has some creepy tunnels, hordes of huge insects, and lots to explore. So let's check it out. We're in upstate New York. Really not that far upstate. We're just maybe 30 minutes away from Manhattan. Trying to locate these World War I tunnels. I really don't know where they're gonna be. I just know where the entrance to the park is at. Hikers are supposed to go this way, so we'll follow the sign. These tunnels were constructed in 1910 when they put a shooting range right in the middle of these woods here. They built these tunnels so that the soldiers could walk around without getting hit by stray bullets. It cost a ton of money, and it only lasted for 3 years. It was quickly shut down by 1913. At one point they were using this land as a summer camp and eventually a homeless shelter. Now it's a New York State park and it's open for people to explore. Very hard to find information about this place. I'm just following the trail here, hoping that we will see the entrance to one of the tunnels at some point. They say once you find the entrance to one tunnel, they all connect together. So it's just about finding that first tunnel. Special thanks to Nodrog302 for suggesting this spot. If any of you watching have an idea on what you want to see next, let me know. Man, I am already starting to sweat. It's only 80 degrees, but it's really muggy out here. I am not used to this humidity being from California. Is that it right there? I see something over there that could be one of the entrances. Let's see what we got here. Really cool rock formation right here. If I end up not wanting to camp inside of the tunnels, I want to come right here because this is pretty nice. We just had a thunderstorm roll through here pretty quickly though, so the ground isn't super saturated. But I just love the smell of the forest after a fresh rainfall. So nice out here. Look at this ridge we got right here. I wonder if this would lead to the tunnels. Definitely looks man-made, that's for sure. Seeing some graffiti. I hope that means that we're close to the tunnels. Whoa. Here we go. I better get my hat and my headlamp on because it's gonna get dark in here. Looks like we even got some bullet holes from over 100 years ago. Oh, immediately, what is this guy? I'm gonna put my hand here for comparison. That is a pretty big looking whatever it is. Wow. All right, let's get in there. Oh my goodness, look at all those giant crickets, man. They are just falling off the ceiling. Oh my goodness. I gotta say, this is the most hesitant I've ever been to check a place out. Just wanna see what happens if I start getting close to these guys. Oh, I don't know if you can hear them falling off the ceiling and hitting the floor. I'm kinda just thinking we make a run for it. Oh, 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 okay. Okay, we got by most of them here. Whew. Okay, let's keep it moving. Man, why are there so many of these things? Oh my goodness. No wonder so much of the graffiti stops. People do not want to come this far. I can barely see down there. It's so thick with moisture in here. All right, let's keep it moving. Oh. Okay, well, it just got really muddy all of a sudden. I wasn't even really paying attention. Should we continue? Yeah, that just does not look safe down there. It's starting to collapse. I do not want to have to go past all of those crickets again. Oh, I know those things probably aren't harmful, but just feeling them jump on me, it just gives me the heebie-jeebies. I'm just gonna full send it, keep it moving. Oh my goodness. They were jumping all on me, man. That was weird, man. That was really weird. Look what we got right here. Well, this looks pretty cool. This might be our spot for the night. I don't know though, maybe we should keep following the wall, see what else there is. Got some deer over there. Wow, it's like a whole multi-level thing here. That is a good 20 feet down from the level that we're at right now. Wow. Oh, look at that drop. Wow. Well, I think we're going to try to hike down this little embankment right here. Should lead down here to this tunnel system. Here we go, this isn't bad. Let's keep checking. Yeah, with all this fun exploring, I almost forgot I am trying to look for a spot to camp. That means a level spot. Hopefully fairly clean, not many of those cricket friends. Also gotta remember, I should probably be keeping an eye out for bears, huh? Oh. Wow, this is pretty cool. I think we're gonna keep following the top of the tunnels this way. Oh, it's Bambi. This is pretty wild walking through here, thinking about stray bullets flying around 100 years ago. I'm glad that's not going on anymore. Wow, the tunnel just goes completely underground right here. Like you wouldn't even know that you're walking on top of a tunnel right now. Oh, there we go. I'm gonna check this one out, and if it looks clean enough, this is gonna be our home for the night. Not bad. It's looking pretty good. I don't see any of those crickets or spiders so far. Well, I do see a few right up there. Yeah, I think this is gonna do it. I think this will be our camp for the night. Man, I'm glad we were able to find this spot. Sun just set, it's starting to get dark. Also, can you hear that? It's starting to rain. It's good we're undercover here. You know, this spot seems like it'll actually be pretty chill. Yeah, this is way better than being in those tunnels with all those cave crickets. I bet those crickets are gonna be in my dreams tonight. You know, it's already starting to feel kind of cozy in here. I don't know what it is, but I do feel safe and like I found a nice spot, so. You know, this does feel really cozy. I think I'm gonna enjoy it in here. I'm gonna start trying to relax and get ready for dinner here. I'm hungry after carrying all that gear around today. I don't know if you can see, but there's so many fireflies or lightning bugs out tonight. So since we're staying in a World War I shooting range, I thought we should try some trench sandwiches. This was a sandwich that British soldiers used to eat on the battlefield in World War I, and it's pretty simple. It was just bread, a little bit of jam, some corned beef, and cheddar cheese. And all of it was cold, so we're gonna give that a try. I wanna give a shout out to the YouTube channel Sandwiches with History. Watched one of his videos where he made these trench sandwiches, and that's what inspired me to have them tonight. Got one of the slices of bread jammed up here. Gonna crack into this can of corned beef hash using the can opener on my multi-tool. Get some of this on the sandwich here. So far so good. And since we are in New York, I did of course pick up some New York sharp cheddar. Now that looks like a hearty sandwich. Should really hit the spot after that hike to get out here. That's really not bad at all. You got the flavor of the corned beef hash, then the tanginess from the cheddar, all balanced out with the tartness of the jam. That was already pretty good having one cold like they did in the trenches, but I want to try to fry one up now. I recently picked up a titanium backpacking skillet. I don't know why it took me so long to get one of these, but it is absolutely feather light. Now I can easily fry stuff while backpacking. This time I'm gonna coat the bread in a little bit of mayo. That should really help it fry up nicely in the pan. And I will continue to assemble the sandwich like normal. All right, let's get this sandwich sizzling. Now, titanium does transfer heat really quickly, so I'm trying to do this as low as possible to avoid burning the bread. I think I already smell it burning, like 5 seconds later. Doesn't look too bad. I think I need to learn how to cook a little bit more evenly with this new titanium skillet though. Oh, my mouth is watering just looking at this. Let's give it a try. Definitely an improvement on what was already a good sandwich. This is really good now. I gotta say, the Brits were eating pretty well back in World War I. I don't want to eat too unhealthy tonight, so I do have some raw veggies I'm gonna snack on here. Man, somehow it's already past midnight. I'm gonna start getting set up for bed. The nice thing about having a freestanding tent is that you can just pick it up and move it if you don't like the spot you initially chose. Yeah, I think I can skip the rainfly tonight. I think it's going to be pretty dry, and I'd like to be able to see out of my tent tonight. It feels good to get to bed. I'll see y'all in the morning. Good morning. Slept pretty well last night. I'm gonna start trying to be a little bit more descriptive with how well I slept. I want to thank Bon Kiddo Jones. He had the really good idea to start rating my sleep 1 out of 10 every night. So if I'd have to rate last night, I'd say maybe a 6 out of 10. I was hearing animals off in the distance, some weird kind of noises. I heard like what sounds like a door closing, like a weird kind of weird rustling in the woods, and just what sounded like animals out there. A couple times I had to make like a really loud kind of sound to hopefully scare away any animals, but eventually I was able to fall asleep, and then the few times I actually woke up, it was just dead silent out there, except for the crickets and the leaves rustling. I did end up getting a good amount of sleep. And just look at how the light is filtering through the trees into the tent here. It's supposed to get up to the mid-70s today, so I'm stoked to start my day here. What a night. Now, just due to animals, I did store my food outside here, so I want to make sure that that's all safe. It looks like it's intact, so that's good. That means we're having breakfast. Now get this, I brought my milk and cereal. You know, I was gonna have that for breakfast, but normally when I'm traveling around with my little camp stove, of course I have my little titanium pot because I use it to cook food in. But this time, you know, we were using a skillet and I didn't bring the pot, so I'm gonna get this cleaned out and see if it's possible to eat cereal from a skillet. Hey, well, there you have it. It works. Never thought I'd be eating cereal from a frying pan, though. Well, I better start getting packed up. It's such a beautiful morning, I bet you we're going to run into some hikers. And I don't want them to see us having camp all set up. This trip is definitely going to be unforgettable for me. I think the highlight of it was actually those crickets, man. I've always been fascinated by insects ever since I was a little kid, and that really put it to the test last night. You know, it's a little bit different when they're that big and they're jumping on you, but either way, I am definitely not going to forget this one. So next stop on the road trip is definitely New England. First stop's going to be Connecticut. I have a trip planned there that I'm really excited about. You know, I actually wasn't even planning on camping here. I was planning on going straight to Connecticut from the city, but something came up and just kind of had to go with the flow. A lot of times things end up working out for the best when they're not exactly how you planned them. Good to go. Just in time. Got the first hiker out there with the dog. Well, this one was a ton of fun, even if it was a little bit spooky. Well, until the next one.